ーラみたいな思考。
NekoNyan's first visual novel released in 2025 is Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT, developer Yuzusoft's latest project and one that unfortunately suffered from an unfair situation. Steam actually hit it with the ban hammer back in 2024, forcing the company to settle for releasing it on alternative stores like Moege, Jast, Denpasoft, Faku, and Kagura Games. The inability to put a game on Steam impacts its profitability due to the platform's large share of the PC market. It's just a big shame to start the review on a somewhat negative note, because Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT is a fantastic visual novel that seamlessly blends romance, comedy, and soft fantasy elements. So, let's get to the review. Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT introduces the protagonist Tanekaze Riku, who is just your average high schooler, or so he thought. That is, until a few strange events begin unfolding around him. One day, an angel shows up in his house and reveals a startling truth that he never knew. Riku is actually a reincarnated demon lord from another world. Yeah, it ramps up fast, but it doesn't stop there. You see, as his mana threatens the stability of the world, the angel has been assigned to guard him and look out for his future. And now they must avoid the worst case scenario of Riku awakening his powers while he's still unable to properly control them. However, this predicament comes with a few caveats. For some reason, his male reproductive organs won't function while his powers remain sealed. For a young man whose hormones are in overdrive, this situation is nothing short of a dire crisis. He may be a shy virgin with little prospect of getting a girlfriend, but in this case, his self-esteem has hit an all-time low. On the other hand, beautiful young women start showing up and becoming significant parts of his day-to-day life. The first new figure to appear, Shirayuki Now, the angel who arrived unannounced when Riko's demonic powers first grew stronger. Now fits the stereotype of a pure angel in both her naive nature and her limited understanding of human behavior. However, this leads her to become fascinated by otaku culture, which ends up corrupting her innocent mind. As a result, she oscillates between the sweet pure girl she used to be and the version of herself that conjures up wild doujinshi scenarios in her head. While Riku technically already knew her, his classmate Kohabari Karumi grows much closer to him under specific circumstances related to his powers. She's always been a bubbly social girl who can make friends with anyone. As events unfold, she becomes a more intimate companion to the protagonist.
お兄もそういうのいいから、親じゃあるまいし。仲いいんだね。
Two other newcomers here are Hoshikawa Kaguya and her attendant Takade Ori, who actually hail from another world on a mission to find the demon lord. Kaguya is a powerful demon who fully enjoys her new life in Japan, especially the convenience that the human world brings her. Now, when it comes to the protagonist, she finds him adorable, particularly when he blushes at her playful teasing. Initially, her interest in him stems from his powers, but she soon grows genuinely fond of him. Meanwhile, Orie cares so deeply about protecting Kaguya and her honor that she would put her life on the line without hesitation. Although she is indeed capable and stubborn, she also has a childish side that surfaces at unexpected moments. Players may also grow closer to the two girls who have always been a part of Riku's life. The first is the obligatory sister route, Amane, an introvert who was his close ally in his previous life. She is known for using copious amounts of sarcasm whenever she talks to him. Another possible love interest is the teacher, Fumika, who Riku has known since childhood and who frequently asks him for favors. Like other titles from Yuzusoft, Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT is a Moege. As a result, while the story is indeed interesting, the visual novel places its primary focus on character interactions. The narrative mostly presents slice-of-life moments, which can make some of the lore feel underexplored. Anyone who prefers a more intricate story that deeply examines the fantasy elements or the premise may end up disappointed. Still, it's important to keep in mind that the developers primarily used these fantasy aspects to establish the setting. With that in mind, what Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT truly delivers on is a compelling rom-com. Character interactions truly shine as the girls' diverse personalities work well not only with the protagonist, but also when they play off one another. Together as a group, they form a really fun team of friends, and each romance path offers yet another way to get to know them on a deeper level. In terms of visuals, Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT boasts wonderful character designs along with a charming approach to animation. During dialogue, characters cycle through a variety of expressions, and even though there is no actual lip movement, they still feel strikingly alive. Their lively antics are further emphasized by the expressive Japanese voice acting, matching the high-quality standard that fans of the genre have come to expect. Another significant strong point is the user interface and its settings, which are remarkably comprehensive. Not only does the game include all the basic features such as skip, auto, and log that allows players to revisit previous read lines, it also provides a flowchart system with the ability to jump to either the next or previous choice. Players also have the option to customize the interface thoroughly and fine-tune various elements to their preference. One particularly exciting feature is the ability to display 2 languages simultaneously. This makes the game a useful tool for anyone studying Japanese, as they can see both the original text and the localized version. Overall, in my experience, the English translation here flows well, but I did catch a few minor typos. Ultimately though, Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT capitalizes on Yuzusoft's strength to create a consistently engaging experience. Unless a player expects something beyond the scope of a Moege, such as a more hardcore fantasy narrative with deeply analyzed lore, it still manages to offer a truly fun adventure that deserves praise for its charismatic characters and captivating interactions. By focusing heavily on romance, comedy, and the softer side of its fantasy premise, it keeps the pace light and enjoyable. And yes, there are a few references to the Demon Lord aspect and the wider fantasy backdrop, but they serve primarily to set the stage rather than dominate the story. As a result, the narrative thrives on the relationship between Riku and the women who surround him. It's unfortunate that this game was banned on Steam, because the wider audience that the platform offers could have introduced many more players to this delightful story. Nevertheless, Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT remains a must-play for fans of this developer or anyone seeking a high-quality Moege with romance, humor, and a mild dash of fantasy drama. Despite the limitations imposed by the release situation, this visual novel's heartwarming plot, dynamic cast, and strong technical presentation more than make up for the challenges that it faced. If you're a fan of lighthearted visual novels that place character development above all else, then Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT is absolutely worth your time. It offers lovable characters, high production values, and enough narrative hooks to keep you invested in Riku's journey and the fate of his sealed powers. Whether you fall for the charming angel, the fun-loving demon, or any of the other heroines, you'll find plenty of reasons to enjoy each route. Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT ultimately stands as a testament to how engaging a moe-focused visual novel can be when it embraces its own strengths. The game excels in comedic interactions, well-timed romantic moments, and expressive character art, all wrapped up in a polished presentation. While it might not satisfy those looking for an epic fantasy saga, it will surely captivate players who love the warmth, humor, and intimacy that come from well-crafted slice-of-life narratives with a twist of demonic magic. Noisy Pixel is giving Angelic Chaos RE-BOOT an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.